Okay.
So this isn't a government facility. This is third party, and they do the supervised visits, but they have to be contracted by the courts to do that first, and they don't have that for you and your daughter at this time. So what's going to have to happen for them to be able to do that and help you with that is the judge over your case has to enforce the order so that they can be contracted to do the supervised visits with you. So right now it's like they don't have anything for you. They've never seen your daughter, met her. You got to get in contact with the family courts to have them enforce your order and move it through. Because they said you're like on a wait list to be sent here. So it's going to happen at the court level. They're going to have to move you up and get your case going so that you can start your supervised visits. And then they may be contracted to do that.
Oh, because the stories are conflicting. Because at first I don't know where she's coming to look. So I sent over a court order that had them on it. There's conflicting stories. So if they have a court order, they said they needed the court order and then they could set up the supervised visits. I provided them with that. They've been playing games for years. Okay, all of 2020, they were playing games. Then 2021 came and then still games. And then 2022, are we going to still go through the same thing? They could have returned my calls and let me know this. They didn't. There was a lot of corruption dealing with trying to keep me away from my daughter. Multiple parties are scheming and lying. Hindering a child custody agreement is a crime. And I don't care how many people want to aid in it to keep me away from my daughter for profit.
Do you have your child custody agreement forms with you?
No, I should have brought them. I almost brought them, but it does have the family place on there. They should have a copy of it. You can go look at the copy. They needed a copy to set up the supervised visits.
Well, I can't make them give me paperwork or show me stuff, especially when it's, personal documentation like that deals with you and your family's issues. I can't just make them give that to me. And they probably wouldn't, because, that's your business, not mine. If you had it to give to me and you want to give me consent to read your documents, that's fine. I can't make them give it without a warrant.
So who's going to investigate hindering the child custody agreement? No one? For years?
This is something with the courts.
Okay, so the crime of hindering...
Have you contacted the courts?
Yeah, they're ignoring it.
They're ignoring it?
Do you have a lawyer that you're going through?
Yeah.
I just want to report crimes and hindering the child custody agreement. That's what I want to report, the corruption.
At this point, it sounds like the best option for you.
I want to know how I report crimes. I don't want to keep getting forwarded over to an attorney to report crimes. Attorneys don't assist you reporting crimes.
You can try to speak with the DA's office about this.
Okay, the DA referred me back to the police department, and the police have been denying services and sabotaging my life for a long time. So are you sure there's no possible way I can get an investigator to see why they wouldn't answer the phone, and now it has changed to the court didn't do it right because the court is ignoring me.
Spoken to a detective recently? They were under the impression that you had been working maybe with a detective.
He's not a good detective. He was tampering with evidence. The Detective Perez, I requested another detective that wouldn't be tamper with evidence.
Okay, so it sounds like we haven't tried to investigate some things.
No. Once again, okay. I don't want a detective that will tamper with evidence.
How can I help you today, ma'am?
Don't you think that this is a trying situation? Are you covering for it?
It seems like you're going through a struggle, and I empathize with that. But what I don't understand is within the capacity I have as a police officer, how I can help you today. Because it sounds like you're going to have to take this issue up with the courts. I'd recommend, if you're having trouble with the courts, to get legal counsel from an attorney.
Well, I'm trying to identify.
This is something I can enforce, especially here. They don't have anything to do with it.
I'm trying to see if police are sabotaging and deny me investigation for the corruption.
Okay, no.
Because if so now it has changed to I have to go through the court, even though I gave them a custody agreement.
From what I understand, from what you're telling me and they're telling me, it seems like it's something you need to go to the court. I don't know the whole history of your case, but I don't have a criminal offense I can report here today for you.
Okay, well if they're being bribed, if they're being bribed to sabotage me having contact with my daughter and wouldn't open the door for me, but opened it for you.
Well, your daughter is not here today, man.
Right, but they wouldn't return my calls, and I have a wealthy stalker that is very powerful.
Okay. Would you like some documentation about us speaking today?
I would like to know where to go forward to get the crimes investigated, because I've been trying to get them.
The district attorney's office, like my partner said, that's going to be your best bet.
They forwarded me to you, to the police.
Then I would get the counsel of an attorney. And if he feels that the court or the police department or this place have done anything, there are certain actions they can take for ramifications. You know, they could even sue if they think that's the thing. If it's a civil attorney and they think we've done something wrong, attorney can look into that. But criminally, I don't have anything to investigate at this time.
Well, if someone's taking bribes, and there's a lot of things that haven't been investigated. What about the false arrest? If someone would have, when I was detained, hold on, let's not tamper with evidence. Let's not tamper with evidence. So when I'm trying to explain something, and then you wouldn't let me talk. Okay, so if something would have been done when I was lied on at Salvation Army, okay, and then 4 police rushed me and handcuffed me over lies that were on camera footage. When I was in Garland at the Texas Rangers and got arrested for trying to report child abuse, if that would have been something would have been done about that, or when I was arrested for attending a support group in Garland, April of 2019, if something was done about those incidences, then there would be evidence that I'm getting railroaded. But I can't get the police to investigate or any agency to investigate, so there's proof.
It sounds like with so much corruption going on around your life that a lawyer would be your best option, because
a lawyer.
Yes, ma'am.
So the lawyer investigates the crimes?
Well, he'll be able to help you. Yes.
I would like a government agency that.
What's your last name?
Sounds like you don't trust
Clark.
government agencies.
I mean, if you were arrested trying to report child abuse, how would you feel?
Okay, Miss Clark. What's your date of birth?
It's